Welcome everyone and welcome to another training edition. Today we'll be doing a very intensive training on Capcut using our mobile phones, and we'll be teaching from the beginners to the pro, the overview of Capcut, how to edit, how to cut, what to do and what not to do, and then to the pro levels on how to edit interesting videos that you see on TikTok, Instagram, and also YouTube. Okay, so yeah, we're starting with the basic editing for Capcut, and this is to show you the overview of how to use Capcut for basic editing. As if you have not used Capcut before, if you're a new user to the editing space, this is an overview of what Capcut's user interface looks like. So first of all, we'll be showing you how to import a clip into Capcut. If you're using a Capcut mobile, all you need to do is to click on New Project. On a new project, you're going to see series of videos that you have. Like if you've taken the videos that you want to use for your editing, probably you have some clips already you've shot, or you have a combination of other random clips you want to put together. Then you select the ones you want. I'll be selecting these few clips from a BTS we created on a shoot, and then you click Add. And yes, that's just the whole intro about adding clips into your Capcut. So once you look at the user interface, you're going to see a number of toggles for you to use. You see the edit, you see the audio, you see the text, you see overlay, effects, captions, aspect ratio, filter, adjust, stickers, and a few other things. So now, for every video, the first thing you need to do is to know how to cut. Now, there are three ways to cut a video. The first one is clicking on the video, just the way it is now. Then you see these two. Let me shorten the screen. You can reduce the editing space by using your two thumb, these two, to place on your screen and drag it in. That one is going to reduce it. But if you want to expand the space, you do it like you put the two fingers close by and then you drag it out. That's why you're expanding the screen. For the first cutting technique, the first part is to drag the video to the point where you want. Now this is the first point where I want. There's a split button here. Once you click on split, you're going to divide the video into two. That is from the part you want to split onto. And when you look at it, you're going to see there's already a space in between. So you either delete that clip by pressing delete, and then that part you don't want is gone. But then if you want it back, you just click this reverse button here, and then to go back to the way it was before. So I'm taking it back to the first part now to show you the second way to cut a video. The second way is to click on that same video again, drag it to where you want to cut it. Then you're going to see this edge of the video is where you're going to drag into that line on your video. When you drag it to that line of your video, it's going to cut and start from there. That's the second way to cut your video. Then you do for the other part too. You either split it or you drag it into the video. Then you delete or you drag it into the video. And that's just the basic about cutting your video clip. You can do that for every clip you want to use. After the edit part, we have the audio part. This is where you can add music, sound effects, or increase the volume of your clip. Then after that, we have the text part. The text part has to do with your auto caption, sticker-like text, or emphasis. This is where you're going to see them. You can see stickers, you see auto caption, you see text to speech, text to audio, and the rest. Then the next one you're seeing is the overlay. For those videos you watch and while the person is speaking, something comes in, like another footage comes in or a logo popping in, this is the place you get to see that. Once you click overlay, you can import whatever footage you want to use. It could be this one. You add it to your video. See, it's not part of the video itself. It's an overlay. So you can always add it into your video. You can add any other thing into it. It could be a logo. It could be another video explaining what you are saying. These are going to look like. So you see, it's an overlay. You can use it to do a multiple screen for your video while the main video is playing. This one can be by the side. Even for people that want to react a scene of a WhatsApp call, now something like this you use for overlay. You are putting the clip of the other party by the side using this technique I just showed, and then the main clip that probably is showing your face is going on by the background. That is this one, and this is the overlay. So the next part after the overlay section is the effects. On this part, you have the video effect, you have the body effect, and you have photo effects. Those ones are for AI related effects. On the video effect, you're going to see quite a number of options for you to choose. And since we're using the free version of Capcut for this one, because if you need the pro version, you need to pay for it. probably for a month or a year. They have different packages for you to opt in. But if you know you're not doing so much on CapCut, you can always use the free versions instead. Once you have selected what you need, you won't be having any issue exporting. Or aside from the fact that you're going to be having CapCut's signature logo on your video, every other thing is there available for you to use for free. On the next part, we have the captions. CapCut has made it easier for us by creating the auto caption. So what auto caption does is it detects the words in the video, probably from the person speaking or from a sound in the background, but any words the application detects, it's converts it into speech to text. And then you have a few options that you can choose from on how you want the text to be displayed. There's this one, there's this other one. Mind you, you need internet connectivity for most of these features to work on your phone. So once you've clicked on what you want, you click on the generate button. So if there are any words in your video, CapCut automatically detects it and then help you convert it to text in the video. So currently this video didn't have much words, so we only had a place where we said something hi. That was me asking my colleagues to say hi to the camera. So if there are no much words, CapCut will not detect anything. But if there are words, like you're having a conversation with somebody on the video, you can get this text-to-speech caption working for you there. If you check most of our videos, even this particular video I'm using, you'll be seeing a caption going on the screen. So it's auto caption we used for this particular feature. After the captions, you have aspect ratio, and this one it's quite explanatory already. You are seeing the 9.16 with the TikTok logo on it. All this simply means that the videos you see on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, they are all based on 9.16 aspect ratio. That is the one that looks like a square standing up. While the 16.9 is majorly for YouTube, LinkedIn, and a few other sites that require a landscape view. So if I switch to the 9.16, you're going to be seeing enough space by the side. So if you have a video that is within that ratio, you don't need to expand it. But if I want to do an expansion for this in my video, now I'm just going to pinch out the video. If my video is within 16.9, you should know it's a landscape video. And if you have a video that is within 9.16, that is a portrait video that I use for TikTok and the rest. So we'll take it back to 9.16 so we can continue where we stopped from. So yeah, we're back to 9.16, and that's majorly all about aspect ratio. We have a lot of other options, but these are not usually used all the time. So the major ones that are being used are the 9.16 and the 16.9. Apart from the aspect ratio, we have other options like the filters. Here you get to see CapCut already made filters for your videos where you can pick a filter that fits into probably the mood you want for your video. You have various options to select from, and this also like color grading on CapCut, but this one is a little bit simpler because CapCut has done the grading for you. All you need to do is to select the one that you think fits what you want, and then you just adjust it with this toggle right here. You have several options from these angles. You have the ones that will make your videos pop. You have from landscape to movies, several options for you to choose from. So aside the filters, we have this other one called adjust filters and video quality are within the same tabs, but on the adjust layer you have something very different. Now this one is for those who are already used to editing, and what you'll be using mostly here is the brightness, the contrast, the saturation. Sometimes you need the sharpness, that's if your video is looking blurry, and then you'll be needing the temperature also. For the brightness, what it does is you can either increase how bright your video gets or how dark it gets using the brightness. While for the saturation, you can increase color of your video or reduce color to black and white. Then for your contrast, it just gives you a more depth in the video color quality. If you reduce it, you see that it's losing quality. Then for the temperature, you can change the temperature of the video from cool to warm. If you are increasing it to your right, you are increasing it to the warm section. If you are decreasing it to the left, you are decreasing it to the cool section. So it's just like hot and cold. So that's just majorly it for this adjust layer. Then for the sticker layer, this one is very, very interesting because you have a whole bunch of things to play with right here. Things to explain your video. You have the likes of social media notifications, arrows, smileys for your vlogs and the rest. My network is a little bit shabby, so it's taking time to load. For the arrows, you have this pointing to emphasize on something. These arrows are actually working. You would have noticed a few of this in the video right from the beginning, showing you what to press and what to click. So this is where you get that from. These are notifications for those that want to say follow me after this video or subscribe to our channel. You can get some of those things here for free on Capcut. If you're not seeing it on your own Capcut, it's either you're not using the pro version, which you have not subscribed to, so you just have to use what's available on the Capcut, or you subscribe for the pro version. It's very interesting. You have a lot of things to play with there on the sticker space. Then you have the background. You can either change the background color. You can make it blur. That's if you are using a video that is not up to the size of the screen. Like this is what the background blur. When I reduce the size of the video, you can see only a black background. If I wanted to have another background, I can actually use the background blur feature instead, or I'll take it back to this place and use an image. I can use an image for this one also. Capcut has a lot of images for you to use. You can just select the one that you want to use and then use it as a background. I know you've seen a lot of videos, especially Christmas videos. For something like this, that looks like Christmas videos where you think it's a frame. It's not actually a frame, it's just the background of the video, and the main video is being cropped into that frame. So it's giving the illusion that the outer part is a frame. Then you have the options to use colors also. You have the options to use colors. For this one, you can use the white, brown, orange, red, purple, pink, anyone you want. I will select a color from the video by clicking this syringe icon here and then pointing this circle to a part of the video you want and selecting the color. So that's just basically it on the background side, and this is majorly the overview of Capcut. Every other thing comes while you're editing clips themselves, which has to do with the splits, the speed, animation, effects, enhancing voice, isolating voice, retouching, removing background, camera tracking, and the lights. So these are the overview for the Capcut space. One thing with editing in general, if you don't practice, you will not be able to improve in your editing skills. So if you're relying on just watching a video without carrying your phone or your system to actually practice what you've learned, there's no magic you want to do. It's not going anywhere. So you need to practice before you can be good with editing and using all you've learned in the videos. Yeah, so now on to the next one, which is the advanced editing section. We are done with the basic intro to Capcut and everything you need to do about the Capcut user interface. So now we are going straight into proper advanced editing, and this one would require you doing more than you already know from your regular cutting and the rest. So first of all, we're going to start a new project afresh again. And as usual, you select the clips you want. Select the clips you want. I'll be using this major clip here, then adding a few others to it. So like what we did in the other part the first time, we cut the footage. We cut out the parts of the footage we don't need. So I'll be doing that quickly. I'll cut out the part of the footage I don't need and head on to leaving the part of the footage that I want to use. Okay, so we are done cutting this particular set of footage that we want to use. The next thing to do is reframing our videos. Most of the time when you get your clips you want to use, sometimes they're looking bent or out of frame. There's one quick settings to that you can use on your Capcut to reframe a video if your video is looking bent. Something like this now looks a little bit bent. So what we are going to do is this. We are going to click on that clip we want to adjust the frame, and then you scroll to the transform setting, go to resize, then you see this rotate lever here, which you can switch to the left or to the right. Then on the screen you will see 9 grid lines. These grid lines are going to help you set the straight line you want on your. So for this one now, once you drag it to the left, it's looking overbent, so you can always switch it back to this way, and as you can see, it's merging with the figure, the person standing. The lines are looking straight to the person standing. Once you've done that, all you need to do is to click the OK button, and it's looking straight now. If you do the before and the after, if you click this back arrow, you can see it's bent here, and then when we take it back to the front, it's looking straight on both sides. So yes, that's how you do the reframing of your clip. The next thing to do in advanced editing, after you've done your cutting, for this I've not put the transition, so let me put in the transition for the ones I want to use. I'm done doing this part. So next thing after reframing your video, adding all the transitions and the cutting, next thing to do is to color grade, which is also known as filters on the rest. So for an easy use, we'll be using the filters, which we'll be adjusting later. But first of all, we'll pick a filter that blends in. I usually like to use this style on the food aspect. It's called French. It just pops up my video. Yeah, so this is what it does. So I just like how it looks on the video entirely. So what you do now is to stretch it to cover every other video, so they look popped with the same filter. Next thing to do is to adjust it. Go to the adjust level. You can either increase or decrease the contrast. Brightness is okay, so you don't need to do much there. Saturation is fine. You can sharpen it a bit. Then for the temperature, you don't need to do much. For this video, it's okay. But for other subsequent videos, you can always make adjustments to it that way. But for this one, this is fine. So this is all about adjusting the color. Then remember to always cut your sound and effects, so you don't get to have too many unwanted spaces. So you cut and you delete the part you don't want from the sound. Now next part on this particular one is using the stickers we talked about in the beginning part. Stickers get to add more interesting feel to your video. They can either make it eye-catchy, or they can express a particular notion. But for this video, we'll be using just random fun stickers. You go back to the normal editing levels here, and then you scroll to the stickers. Once you scroll to the stickers aspect, and you would see the several options for stickers that you have. But for this video, I'm going to be using vlog because it's more of a vlog for this video. And then all I need to do is to select the one I want to use. We have the likes of daily life, vlog, and a few other ones. So I'll be using this particular one, daily vlog. And I'll make sure I'm putting it in front of the video, like the beginning of the video, because that's where I want it to be. So remember, while editing, your creativity is the main thing. Wherever you want some certain things to be is how you would put them. For this vlogging intro now, I want it to be at the beginning of my video. For some other people, it might be at the middle. Some other people, it might be at the end of the video. But for this one, I want it to be in the middle and at the beginning of my video. So I'll just have to arrange it in the frame. I can increase or decrease the sticker on the video. And this is what it looks like. So remember, you can always increase the duration of how long you want your sticker, your effect, your text to stay on the screen. We can't just use one sticker. If we want to do a vlog video, we have to look for some other interesting stickers to add to it also. So we'll go back to that sticker level now, go to the templates. You select something else. You can put in another frame, so it won't look like the same thing. You can pick another sticker too and continue that way. So just use your discretion to pick the amount of stickers and the types you want. You have a whole bunch of stickers for you to use. So I'll be using these two in my video. Yeah, so we've added some stickers, and this is what they look like from the beginning. So before we go on to the next to show what all the sticker looks like, there's something you can do, and it's called speed. This speed is seen when you click on the clip. You would see this icon speed. You can either increase the speed of the footage by ×2. There are two options. There's the normal one, There's a normal one, which is here. There's a curved one. The curved one gives you several options like the montage, hero, bullets, and this is what they look like separately. This is what the montage look like. Now you can use the hero. The hero is quite different. The speed level is different. You have the flash in, then you can go back to the normal anyone you want to use and then use it for your video. So sometimes people would ask and be like, how do they zoom in some clips in the video when you don't have the clip being zoomed from the start? It's very simple. So we have this clip right here. At this point, I would want to increase, like zoom in this particular action being done in the video, but it was not recorded like that. So how do I do it? You click on the video, you see this icon here by this side. That's what the keyframe is. The keyframe you can use to make adjustments to movements in your video, even to your stickers on your video. So what you do is you click on it. That's the starting point. The first point you click on is the starting point. Then you will scroll to the part where you want to zoom in, and next thing to do is to pinch out the video with your two thumbs, move it to the parts of the frame where you want it to be, and then go back and play it. That's very, very simple to do. You can always put another keyframe by the end to reduce it, and then drag it down back. Make sure you're putting it back in its frame so that it doesn't come out of the frame and start looking somehow. So that's what keyframe does for your video clips. You can use this, like I said, for your stickers, for your overlays and the likes. Now, one other part of video editing that we use most in talking head videos, adverts and the rest is B-rolls. B-rolls are basically other videos that are not part of the main video that are used in explaining what you are saying at a point in the video. So for this part now, I'm not saying anything much, but what I'll be doing is I'll be adding an overlay. B-rolls, overlay, they are still the same thing. I'm going to be using another footage and going to be displaying it in this particular footage to make it more. I will show you what it looks like. So first of all, you go back to your main options, click overlay, you add a footage that you want to use. For this, I want to use this particular footage, and then what I'll be doing is this. I'll first of all go and crop the image by scrolling to the transform, resize, and then using the square and zooming in to get to this point. Put it by this side. So remember what I showed in the beginners setting. You can always add animations to your footage and how you want them to come in. So for this, I'll be using the zoom in and extending to 1 second. Then you delete the parts where you don't want. Once you've done that, you make sure you put it at the position where you want your B-roll to enter. For me, I didn't put it at the beginning because I don't want it to be there, so I moved it to this side and then start my video. That's how simple it is for the B-rolls. You can add as many B-rolls as you want. You can still put other B-rolls under this one, but make sure whatever you're putting in your video is making sense and is syncing to what you want to do. And like I said, your B-rolls can also cover the full screen. Just have to be creative with what you want to do. You adjust it to the position you want to put it in. And then yes, so this is what mine looks like. Yeah, so that's the major thing about B-rolls, how to input them into your video and making sure that you cut them to the part where you want. Add your animation effects of how you want them to come in and come out. They are just basically other videos, but they are not on the main frame of your video. Another part that people use most of the time in their TikTok and video reviews are removing background. Most of the time you have a video, but you don't want the background showing. Probably you want to change the background. So I'm using this first clip to show you what that looks like. Let me cut this first clip and show you what it looks like, because it's the only one that has me in full. So what we do first is you click on that clip. If you want to remove your background, you click on the clip, then you scroll to remove BG. Now there are three options to removing background. The first one is automatic removal, where Capcut helps you detect the background that you want to remove, leaving the subject alone. While custom removal, where you have to select the background either by brushing on the background or using the third one, which is the chrome removal, the chroma key. So for the first one, once you click on it, it's going to automatically remove the background. You see it's applying feature. This is what it does. Sometimes it's not always perfect, so don't expect the best from it. So that's what it does. It has removed the background for me. If you don't want to use that one, probably you have a logo. Let me look for a logo and show you how to use the chroma key instead. Now we have a logo here, and you can remove this background using the custom feature because it's going to mess it up. So for this case, we have several colors here, but we have one major color. So to remove this background easily, we just go to the chroma key, use this color picker, and then drag this circle to select the color we don't want. Simple. Then to make sure that the background removal is quite neat, you have to drag it, this intensity, to the edge, then adjust your logo or any other thing you're going to do. So this basically, you can also add animations to your B-rolls to make the entrance smooth. So yes, that's what you can use removal background for. Let me remove this background again so it will be more comprehensive. Yes. So that's it about background removal. This is basically everything about editing. We've touched most of the overview from the basic class and now to the advanced editing class, so we are now creating a proper video. So during your own editing, you need to make sure you are being creative, making sure that what you are seeing here, all these things that are available for you, are something you are trying out. Like I said before in the first section, if you don't practice, you won't be good. No matter the amount of videos you watch, if you don't practice them, you'll be able to know when to use this more and when not to use this more, because you can only learn from videos, but if you don't practice them, you can't have the knowledge fully. So this is basically most of the things you'll be needing to be a professional video editor. Put your creativity to work and make sure that all these things that you've seen in the videos that you're watching are not going to waste. And that will be all for today, guys. We'll see you all in the next training, and make sure by the time you're coming for the next training, you have added more to yourself than what you learned the last time.